compatibility report. So usually I'll have the other brand of accessory or part to demonstrate, but this time I sold the GHK barrel a long time ago, so I don't have one of those to try and fit on a Viper Tech. However, we can still see that the Viper Tech barrel fits onto the receiver via this thing, which is like the chamber part of real steel counterpart, and the back of the outer barrel has this recess in it. As you can see, there's a recess in it. When you put these two together, normally you'll have the hop-up chamber there. But as you can see, the silver piece sits in the recess part of the outer barrel, and then it has these protrusions to interface with the back of the barrel, and these little tabs to go into the receiver to keep everything aligned. And so this is how it should sit, and because of this, the GHK barrel doesn't have this recess here, so when you put it onto your Viper Tech, it will be pushed out a little bit too much, like so. So if you want to use a GHK outer barrel, which is a little bit more widely available nowadays and maybe cheaper on the second-hand market or whatnot, here's the problem. And you might think, hold on, so maybe I can use the GHK, this piece that comes with the GHK. And from what I remember, the dimension of this thing on a GHK is different, so you cannot just drop the GHK one into your Viper Tech and use the GHK outer barrel. So that's another option off the table. I've seen people report that the Viper Tech and GHK barrels are interchangeable by fitting the GHK barrel with the Viper Tech, this piece, silver piece, chamber extension thing together, and say, hey, the protrusions, these things fit up to the GHK barrel, the Viper Tech protrusions fit up to the GHK barrel nicely, so it will fit. And yeah, it's not going to sit flush. So if you have like a traditional style M4 kind of setup, handguard and delta ring or so, the whole barrel and the delta ring is going to be pushed a little more forward by the this, because the barrel sits a little bit over forward that direction. So maybe the front of the handguard, delta ring, handguard, and front side base, it will all line up, but the whole front end will be slightly forward. However, if you're using one of the more modern handguards that fits up to the upper receiver, it's going to leave a huge gap, much wider than usual, so it probably won't work very well. I've seen more people ask about how if you can put a Viper Tech barrel on a GHK rifle, and the people on the internet reports that you can do that because these protrusions are mostly the same or entirely the same or whatever. so it will fit. However, the front of your hopper chamber, the adjustment thing here on the GHK might need to be trimmed, or the inside of the ViperTech barrel will have to be ground down. And trying to modify the steel barrel is going to be harder and more expensive if you mess up compared to like a plastic hop chamber. So that might be the answer you might be looking for if you have a GHK one and you are looking at a ViperTech barrel to maybe make a M16A4 or whatever. Yeah, that's the modification that you might have to do. Oh, and also bonus fact, RA, which is a company that makes like CNC parts for like a VTech M4 receiver, reinforcement parts. They have made a adapter to adapt Western Arms style barrel onto a VTech upper receiver. VTech side, the cutout is in the 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock position. I had a VTech M4 that I wanted to fit a M16A4 barrel to, which is a little weird because I could have just got a VTech M16A3 barrel. But anyway, I came across a cheap Western Arms style M16 barrel that I wanted to fit to a VTech M4 gas blowback rifle, and it didn't fit because the barrel that I got doesn't have this recess in it. So the RA Tech adapter cannot. It has a extra lip along the edge. It was for a recessed barrel, so in order for it to sit flush, it has a extra lip that goes here, and then those two protrusions to go into these gaps here. And so when the barrel doesn't have any recess, it sits up too high and I couldn't use it. Also, I had VFC M4 HK416 style gas blowback rifles, and those have a loosely Western Arms based system, and the outer barrel, the back part of the outer barrel is semi-removable. It is a separate piece, but it is probably affixed on it via glue or riveted on it, so it is not really removable. Anyway, the two notches on top and bottom of that piece is, if I remember correctly, is the same width, so you cannot put it onto a ViperTech M4. And perhaps that is the reason why the guy on the internet used a silver chamber piece of the ViperTech M4 to match up with the GHK barrel, because perhaps the main concern traditionally is the two notches being a different width, so you couldn't put it on your Western Arms based whatever brand M4. Thanks for watching.